From a couple's mysterious disappearance.
We're worried about you. This is unlike you.
To a field in Woodruff.
That there might even be 4 people on this piece of property deceased.
And finally, to the courtroom.
Todd Kohlhepp's mark on the upstate has been unforgettable.
Took her to his house, basically at gunpoint when she got out. Duct taped her and tied her up and raped her at that point, and threatened to kill everybody in her family.
All this unraveling, 8 miles down the road, and come out 13 years later that someone 10 miles up the road the other way, my brother was killed by the same person.
That he's been walking in our community all these years?
All these years.
Now he's no longer an accused serial killer, but a confessed one.
One day he will face final judgment, and then may God have mercy on his soul.
Tonight, the man who's torn apart so many families has learned his fate.
A special edition of 7 News Live at 5 starts right now.
With one word, guilty, Todd Kohlhepp is guaranteed to stay in prison until the day that he dies. In exchange for that plea, he was given 7 consecutive life sentences, one for each of the lives that he took.
He'll never be eligible for parole. He will not appeal. This morning, dozens of people came face to face, many for the first time, with a man who ripped their families apart. We are covering this story from all angles today.
Many of you may recognize the name Todd Kohlhepp, but you may not know or remember the full extent of his violent past. Others may be wondering why a man who admitted to 7 murders will not face the death penalty. We will break all of that down for you tonight. But first, Brianna Smith is live from Spartanburg County's courthouse where the plea happened this morning. And Brianna, it was such an emotional day there.
Well, Amy, you and I know just as well, these victims have been waiting 13 years, 6 months, and 21 days to be exact, to get their justice that they wanted for their loved ones. And today they were able to stand up in court and represent those people who aren't here to talk for themselves and hopefully get some justice.
All right, come rolling.
I've been waiting on this for a long time. I have
A courtroom filled to the brim with strangers who have now become forever intertwined.
Our family grew again today.
Decades and generations connected by one man.
I don't have any question in my mind that this is the individual that took their lives.
14 charges, 14 admissions of guilt. Now just one sentence that will lock Todd Kohlhepp away forever.
He waived all his appeals, waived all his post-conviction relief. He cannot file any of those.
Maybe we'll get closure.
7 consecutive life sentences and 60 years more may never be enough justice for the 7 lives that were lost, but it's a start to find peace.
It was a good day. I think we can breathe a little better now.
And now as Kohlhepp heads to the Department of Corrections for his new normal, these dozens of family members now search to find theirs.
This is nowhere near over. This is just another phase in a process that they don't have to deal with anymore.
7 News was the only news station there as Todd Kohlhepp was taken away in that Department of Corrections van. He will head down to Columbia where he will be evaluated, decide which prison he will go to, and he'll be part of the general population there. Live in Spartanburg County tonight for you, Brianna Smith, 7 News.
You know, Brianna, like so many of our 7 News viewers, I watched online today as we brought you live coverage of the events unfolding. One of the moments that stood out to me was Scotty Ponder, the young son of Scott Ponder, the victim at Superbike, who testified, who got up there and said his heartfelt thoughts about what had happened and the suffering he went through. What stood out to you?
You know, Amy, that did as well, and the same reoccurring theme, no matter which decade it was, which generation it was that these crimes happened in, they all talked about the things that these children will miss out on, whether it's their mother that died at the hands of Kohlhepp or even, you know, their grandmother. And it was really, really tough to be able to hear those kids stand up, or the representatives for those kids, and hear what it's going to affect their lives, not just today, but 20, 30 years down the road as well.
So many people involved in this, Brianna. I know with the Superbike case, that's the quadruple murder that Kohlhepp is responsible for. There was a sizable reward attached to solving or getting a conviction on that. Do we know where that money will go now?
You know, Gordon, the sheriff talked today. He said there was talk early on about Kayla getting this reward money, but that case really needed to be closed first. Sheriff said today that he's hoping to get that paperwork started to get that money to Kayla, all of that reward money to her, because she came out of that container and immediately told them, Todd told me that he's responsible for Superbike as well.
She's been through an awful lot, and it's sort of a drop in the bucket, but everything helps. All right, Brianna Smith, thank you. So Kayla is Kayla Brown. Remember, she is the lone survivor of Todd Kohlhepp. We know there are a ton of details in this story, a lot of different threads that can be very difficult to connect. So before we move on, let's explain where this story started and how we got here.
Looking back, he almost made it obvious. A rapist and killer who repeated the same terrifying patterns for decades. A realtor, the owner of TKA Real Estate, and a convicted sex offender who left unnerving clues about the monster he'd become.
Todd was a big bragger. Talked about he was getting ready to put his house on the market here. He's going to build a house down on these 100 acres down there.
Long before he came here, Kohlhepp was a rapist. In 1986, he kidnapped a teenage girl, duct taped her, and raped her at gunpoint, a pattern that would become familiar. In 2003, Kohlhepp was in South Carolina, later telling his mother he thought the employees at Superbike Motorsports were making fun of him. So Kohlhepp shot and killed Scott Ponder, Beverly Guy, Brian Lucas, and Chris Sherbert, a crime that remained unsolved for 13 years. In 2015, Kohlhepp lured a couple, Megan and Johnny Coxey, to his Woodruff property and shot and killed Johnny while Megan was chained up in a storage shed until he killed her a few days later. In 2016, he'd do it again, telling Kayla Brown and her boyfriend Charlie Carver he had worked for them, helping to clean up. He killed Carver, and Kayla was chained up and abused, all the while leaving a twisted trail of clues, like Amazon reviews for a knife or shovel that he described as good for burying bodies. But on November 3rd, 2016, it was that lone survivor, Kayla Brown, who would bring Kohlhepp down.
I heard this lady banging on this container, and for all of our officers to open the container up and see her chained like a dog, I mean, that is incredible.
That was only the beginning of how incredible this got. We mentioned these Amazon reviews, like a trail of breadcrumbs to how crazy this got. I've talked to a lot of realtors, Amy, and I know you have too, who worked alongside Kohlhepp out on the job. They were creeped out by him too, and in hindsight, he was posting some pretty obvious clues on Facebook.
Yeah, when you look back through the post, you saw a lot of things that looked very different when you heard about what he was accused of doing. Of course, we also, you remember, talked to Kohlhepp's mother. She spoke with me shortly after he confessed to Superbike. She has since passed away, but at that time, she was saying tearfully that she was very, very afraid he would get the death penalty. In fact, she really kind of conveyed she didn't think he would be able to escape it. So I'm sure this is quite a shock when you think about the impact that she had on this case. Many of you may be wondering tonight how Todd Kohlhepp could get anything short of a death sentence after admitting to 7 murders. There was potential for it, but 7 News reporter Vanessa De La Vigna explains why the solicitor's office chose not to pursue it.
Since these shocking events came to light back in November, people have been wondering if the solicitor's office would pursue the death penalty in Kohlhepp's case. And with multiple murders involved, it was definitely an option. This morning, the families of Kohlhepp's victims got justice just 6 months after his arrest. That's a speedy turnaround not often seen in cases of this magnitude. Kohlhepp was facing 14 criminal charges, including rape, kidnapping, and 7 counts of murder. Solicitor Barry Barnett spoke today, explaining his decision was made in respect to the families whose lives have been devastated by Kohlhepp's actions.
I'm a firm believer in the death penalty. This was a death penalty case, no question about it. But it's not fair to these family members to wait years and years and years for justice.
In exchange for Kohlhepp's guilty pleas to all 14 charges, he has given up the right to parole as well as the right to an appeal. He will spend the rest of his life in prison. In Spartanburg, Vanessa De La Vigna, 7 News.
One more time, here's what we know so far. Todd Kohlhepp pleaded guilty to 7 counts of murder, plus that 30 years for sexual assault and 30 years for kidnapping. This means he will spend the rest of his life behind bars. He will never be eligible for parole. He will not be able to appeal. He accepted a plea deal today, taking the death penalty off the table. Of course, we have a lot more coverage for you tonight on 7 News at 6, 7, 10, and 11. And if you miss any of it, it'll all be online on WSPA.com.